everyone, this is Jyoti today here and today we are from MM School. So we're going to discuss on a very amazing topic which name is the education system of India. So Miss Pooja and Miss Monica are here to talk about it. So Miss Monica, my first question to you. What do you think about the educational system of India?
So dear Miss Jyoti, if I talk about the education system of India, so the education system of India is very low. I mean we can't say high, medium because of the Indians. Only the reasons Indians, why? So what's the reason behind it? Do you wanna know?
Yeah, dear, I want to know.
So as you know that the Indians do not wanna something in this country, in our country. They wanna go in other countries like America, China, Japan. They don't want to do something in our country, and because of the Indians, the India is not a developed country, and we should do something for our country. And if I talk about the education system of India, so the education system of India is very, very low. I mean to say we cannot explain it that how much down the education system of India, very, very bad, and because of the Indians, only the reasons Indians. If Indians want to do something, then the Indians can do everything. Indians can debate to all countries like America, China, to all countries. But the Indians do not want something, then the all countries can defeat the Indian. And according to my opinion, if the Indians will do something for this country, then this country can become a developed country. And if the Indians won't be one, then it won't be able to develop country. And this is my opinion about this.
So dear Pooja, you tell about your opinion. Is Monica right?
So dear Jyoti, according to my views, Monica is right, because in India we can take only books knowledge. We can't take general knowledge. We can't take general knowledge. If I talk about some developed countries, so if I take an example of America, so if we go in America, so we can take any type of knowledge. I mean to say that a small child can learn it how to make instruments like pen, like phone. But in India, if I talk about India's education system, but in India we only can learn that we only can learn about books knowledge. We can't do anything in India. If we want to do something for our Indians, so first we will have to be educated in this India. So this is my opinion on this.
Yeah, dear, you both are right. I also think so. As Monica said, the SVD person, I mean the Indians are not developing the India. If the Indians want, then they can develop. And as Miss Pooja said, that in China, in America, the first class boy and girl can learn to make mobile and phone, pen. So, but in India, first class boys only say the A, B, C, D. So, Miss Pooja, I like to ask you again. So tell me, what do you think about the literacy of India?
So dear Jyoti, if I talk about the literacy of India, so the literacy of India is so low, because it's I can say that there are many places in India that like Kerala, there is so much literacy. But if I talk about full India, so in full India there is not so much literacy. If I talk about developed countries, like take an example of Japan. So Japan is developing. Japan has been developed, and this country is developed country. But and that is why there is so much literacy, because the people of Japan want to make that country develop. That is why they put math. And the literacy of it, in my opinion, the main of literacy is education. Am I right or not?
Yeah, dear, you're absolutely
So
right.
if I talk about the education of India, the education of India is so low. That is why the literacy of India is so low. But if I talk about the education of Japan, so the education of Japan is so high. I mean to say that so very much high, and that is why the literacy of Japan is so much. But the literacy of India is so low because of the people of the country.
So dear Monica, you tell about your opinions.
So dear Jyoti, if I talk about my opinion, so the India's literacy is good. I won't say down, I won't say medium, and I won't say high. I want to say good. But the Indians are not using the literacy in this India. They want to go in other countries. They don't want to do in this country for our country. And what's the benefit of literacy? It can be also, but the Indians do not want to do something by the literacy in our India. They want to go in other countries. Like take an example. In this India, why are the Indians not perfect in the study in the education?
Yeah, I want to know, please, you tell me.
Because if a person wants to become an IPS officer, police officer, then only some people will efforts, will do hard work, but some will give bribe and buy the papers in exams, as you know very well that about this thing. And that is why, and this is the literacy of India. And I won't say that it's not a good, it's not a good medium, up, down. I will say only good. But the Indians are not using it. And according to my opinion, a doctor, and I think if I hope I will be become a doctor, and I will do work only for my country because I love my country and I'm proud of my country. And if I talk about the literacy, so it's a good. If the Indians will use it, then Indians can do everything.
That's the same thing here. The Indians are not using the literacy. As a take as an example, all the Indians want to go in other countries. They don't want to live in India. They don't want to develop India. And if you talk about the exams, you know many people give exams to get job, but no one can. I mean, many of the people give bribe and they take job. But in my opinion, there is no mean of this. If we take job by our honesty, then it is really so nice. But if you give bribe and take job, there is no mean. But that is why if you ask any question to educated person, he can't answer you because he took job because of only the bribe.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Miss Jyoti. I agree with your point.
So Miss Pooja, you tell me, what do you think about the educational system of India after coronavirus?
So, dear Jyoti, in my opinion, the education system of India after coronavirus is so low. Before coronavirus, the education system of India was medium. Yeah, we can say medium. But after coronavirus, our education system is so low because in my opinion, in coronavirus we had been promoted, and some people, yeah, I know that some people didn't promote it, but they took online classes, and when they took online classes, so they didn't focus on their studies. And in my opinion, as I experienced in my in 2 years as the coronavirus came in this India, then after coronavirus we are not focusing on our studies. We only think that in the last 2 years we had been promoted, so we will also be promoted in this year. We don't need to do hard work, and that is why the education system of India is so low after coronavirus. If we want to make it develop, if we want to make India develop, so first we will have to educate. First we will have to be educated. We will have to read much age we can read much. We should read. That is why our country will be able to develop. But without education, our country won't be able to develop. If I talk about the developed countries examples, so why do you know why the country has been developed?
Dear, you tell me.
The country has been developed. The country has been developed because their education power is so high. I mean, the educational power of America. If we talk about the educational power of America, so the educational power of America is so high. That is why the America had been developed. But there is no any. There is medium power of education of India. That's why our country is not developing. Our country is only developing. Our country has been not developed.
Yeah, dear, you're absolutely right. Because after coronavirus, the educational system of India has been so low. So, dear Monica, would you put your reviews?
Okay, I will try. So if I talk about the education system of India after the coronavirus, very low, I can't say my words because it's my country. I can't speak bad words. I mean, I won't speak something about this country because of the Indians. The India is not developing. If the Indians if Indians want to do something, then the India can be developed country. The India can be fed to all countries, not only the America, to all countries. As you know, how many countries in this world, the India can do everything. India can do everything. I really believe on my country because I love my country and I'm proud of my country and I live in this country. That is why I really know that it can be developed country. But the Indians, if the Indians want to do something, then it can't be. And for developing the country, the Indians will have to be educated. As you know, in this modern era, the education is very important. Like an example, English subject is very important for this country because if we know about country, then we can do everything. And now we are also speaking in English. So if I talk about the Indians, so it's not we are not doing for making a video. It's a reality, and I hope that you will get this point. And it's the reality of this country. And this is my opinion about it.
So everyone, today Miss Pooja and Monica did very nice performance. They put their views. So I would like to say thank you so much to you because you gave us your precious time. So thank you so much.